Okay, so we have been working with proving segment relationships. We're going to get into proving angle relationships. So quick review, let's go over some special types of angles and what we know about those. One, we have vertical angles. Remember our vertical angles, I'm going to put a little abbreviation, and those are right across from each other. So we have two intersecting lines right across, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. They have the same measure. So we can say measure of angle 1 equals measure of angle 2. Another interesting angle that we have are the linear pairs. Here we have two angles that form together on a straight line, and we know that those angles add to give you 180 degrees. The last type we're going to be looking at are ones that are perpendicular to each other with an angle breaking it up. So here we know that perpendicular box right here represents a 90-degree angle. So here we could say measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals 90. All right, let's look at a couple examples. Say we wanted to solve for the numbered angle. Here we have measure of angle 1 equals x minus 10, so I just labeled that on my picture, x minus 10. Our next piece of information we have is measure of angle 2 equals 2x minus 80. I'm going to label that as well, 2x minus 80. Now looking at my picture, I see that these are vertical angles. So I know, because I know that vertical angles are congruent, I know these have the same measure, and I could set them equal to each other. So I can write x minus 10 is equal to 2x minus 80. And again, I knew that because these are vertical angles, they are congruent. If I wanted to solve for that, let's say I wanted the minus x over here, it would give me negative 10 equals x minus 80. Let's say I wanted to add 80 over here. That'll give me x equals 70. Now, be careful. Remember, we're trying to solve for the numbered angle. So we can take our, oh, sorry, I'm getting a little mixed up here. We can take our original measurements and we can plug in our x value. So here's our original measurements. And now we know x equals 70, so we can go from there. So this here is going to equal, instead of x, we'll plug in 70 minus 10. We just replace this 70 for this x, and that's going to give us 60 degrees. Now, since these are vertical, this should give us the same thing because we know they're equal, but let's go ahead and check it anyway. So this would give us 2 times 70 minus 80. That's going to equal 140 minus 80, which indeed is 60 degrees. So if we wanted to write a clean answer here, we might, let's go ahead and give ourselves some space. We might say that measurement of angle 1 equals 60 and the measurement of angle 2 equals 60. All right, here we have measurement of angle 3 equals 72. So let me label that. I know measurement of angle 3 is 72. Looking at my picture here, I see this box. So right away I think 90 degrees. And notice that these small angles here are going to add to the total of 90 degrees. So I know angle 3 is 72, so I'll put 72 plus measure of angle 4, which I don't know, equals 90. And if I solve for that, I could subtract 72 from both sides. And I'm going to get measurement of angle 4 equals 18 degrees. All right, let's take a look at one more of these. Here we have measure of angle 6 equals 3x. I'm going to go ahead and label this 3x. Here measure of angle 7 equals 7x. So I'll go ahead and label this side 7x. Now looking at my picture, what do we have here? I notice a straight line. These two angles that make up that straight line, I'm going to think right away linear pair, which means these have to add to 180. So I'd say 3x plus 7x equals 180. That's going to go ahead and give me 10x equals 180. And finally, x equals 18 if I solve from there. Now I'm going to take my x equals 18 and let me plug those back into my original numbers here. So instead of x here, I'm going to put 18, and that is going will give me 54. Yeah, 54. Likewise, let's do the same thing down here. We'll get 7 times 18, and that's going to give me, that's going to give me 126. And here are my answers. Okay, going forward, we're going to be doing some proving of angle relationships. So not just solving for missing angles, but actually proving things. You're going to be using the same type of method that you did with proving segment relationships. So we'll do a 2-column chart. So you'll give yourself a statement. You'll give yourself a reason. And you're always starting with what you have given. And then you're going from there and trying to prove whatever it is they're wanting you to prove. Remember, you're trying to use your proving tool, substitution, use your definitions. You know what a bisector means. You know what congruence means, things like that. Working your way to prove, to get to your goal. So explore those, work through them. Remember, if you don't get it right away, it doesn't mean you're on the wrong track. You just got to keep working at it, keep thinking about it, see if you could figure out a way to make it work.